The elder spoke softly. That was why no one listened. The warning the galaxy ignored. The galactic assembly chamber was filled with noise, arguments in a dozen frequencies, translators struggling to keep up, delegates competing to be heard. In the center, a massive hologram displayed the proposal. Resolution 7721. Authorized punitive action against human frontier worlds. Most delegates saw it as inevitable. Humanity was expanding too quickly, colonizing aggressively, refusing to submit to guidance from older species. They were disruptive. Only one voice dissented. The Elder of Keth, one of the oldest beings in the chamber, rose slowly from their seat. Their species had watched civilizations rise and fall for over a million years. We should not do this, the Elder said. The chamber quieted, more out of courtesy than concern. You do not punish humans lightly, the Elder continued. They forgive insults. They negotiate disputes. But there's one thing they do not do. A delegate laughed. And what is that, Elder? The ancient being's eyes darkened. They do not pardon. The vote passed anyway. The colony chosen, for example, the human world of Ardent Vale was selected. It was small, poorly defended, symbolic. The assembly wanted compliance, not annihilation. A show of force, a reminder of hierarchy. That was the intent. The fleet that arrived did not receive those instructions. Orbital strikes began immediately. Power grids collapsed. Atmospheric processes failed. Cities burned. Ardent Vale was erased in 30 minutes. 9 million humans died. The assembly issued a statement calling it a tragic enforcement error. The elder closed their eyes. It has begun, they whispered. Humanity's silence. Earth said nothing. No protest. No emergency session request. No fleet mobilization visible on public sensors. Human diplomats quietly withdrew. Trade halted. Communications dimmed. To the galaxy, it looked like shock. The elder knew better. That is not grief, they told anyone who would listen. That is calculation. They were ignored. The meaning of pardon. Among humans, pardon was a complex concept. Forgiveness could be personal. Justice could be delayed. Mercy could be chosen. But genocide, deliberate extermination, fell outside all categories. There was no legal process for it, no diplomatic solution, no moral debate, only response. Humanity had codified this centuries earlier, after studying extinct civilizations scattered across the stars. The conclusion was simple. If a species demonstrates willingness to erase entire populations, it cannot be trusted to coexist. Pardon implied a future. Genocide erased that possibility. The first system goes dark. 2 days after Ardent Vale's destruction, an assembly logistics hub went offline. No explosion. No distress call. Ships entering the system simply never returned. Investigators found nothing wrong. Until their own sensors failed, their reactors shut down, and their navigation collapsed into static. The system had been rendered unusable, not destroyed, disconnected. The elder felt a cold weight settle in their chest. They have started removing infrastructure, they said. This is still restraint. The assembly panics. Emergency sessions followed. Accusations flew. Sanctions were proposed. Coalitions formed. Some demanded retaliation against Earth. The elder stood again. You do not retaliate against humans after genocide, they warned. You apologize. You dismantle those responsible. You beg. The chamber ignored them. An enforcement fleet was dispatched toward human space. It never arrived. The lesson arrives. Humanity finally spoke. A single message broadcast to every member species. You authorized genocide. You called it an error. Humans do not pardon genocide. Attached was data. Precise. Unemotional. Terrifying. Star charts marked with highlighted systems, shipyards, command worlds, military hubs. This is not a threat, the message continued. It is a schedule. When the Elder wept, the first assembly member world fell within hours. Its star dimmed, its atmosphere destabilized, its infrastructure collapsed in cascading failures. No civilians were targeted directly, but civilization ended. The Elder watched the data feeds and finally lowered their head. "We warned you," they murmured. "They are not angry. They are finished." Not war, removal. Humanity did not fight battles. They removed capability. Military worlds sterilized. Fleet yards dismantled. Command AIS erased. Species that had voted against the resolution were untouched. Humanity's response was precise to the point of cruelty. Guilt was collective. Punishment was exact. The meaning of no pardon. As worlds fell silent, the assembly begged. They offered leaders, reparations, entire sectors of space. Earth responded once more. Pardon implies trust. Trust was erased with ardent veil. No hatred, no gloating, just finality. The Elder's last address. With the assembly collapsing, the Elder addressed what remained. Humans are not monsters, they said. They are survivors. You confuse mercy with weakness. The chamber was nearly empty now. You believed pardon was guaranteed, the Elder continued. That civilization always forgives itself. They looked at the darkened star map. Humans learned long ago that some actions end conversation forever. The aftermath. The campaign lasted 30 days. When it ended, no empire had fallen, but no empire that supported genocide could ever project power again. Their worlds remained. Their species survived. But their future as conquerors was gone. Humanity withdrew. As always, Ardent Vale remembered. Earth did not rebuild the colony. Instead, Ardent Vale's coordinates were locked into every human archive as unforgiven. A permanent reminder, not of rage, of resolve. Epilogue, the new galactic truth. Genocide disappeared from galactic politics, not because of ethics, because of precedent, because every civilization now teaches its young the Elder's warning. Humans forgive many things. Humans negotiate many wrongs. But humans do not pardon genocide. And once they decide that, the conversation is already over. And somewhere in the galaxy, the Elder of Care still watches the stars, hoping no one ever forgets a lesson written in silence and darkness.